Mischief Makers!
Mischief Makers was a game developed for the Nintendo 64 by Treasure and published by Nintendo and Enix in 1997. This game stars the ultra-intergalactic Cybot G by the name of Marina Lightyears. Marina is a robot who was created by the Professor Theo. On a trip to the planet Clancer, a sect of Clancers under the influence of the Emperor are tasked to repeatedly kidnap Theo, and it's your job to get him back. Clancers are these happy little fellows. They like to wear hats. Also, there's a cat. And why am I telling you all of this? Because this game is fantastic, and based on everyone that I talk to, no one knows about it. What I want to get across in this video is this game is special and unique in a lot of ways. I'm going to tell you why, and what this game means to me. This game is weird and consistent at the same time. Let me break that down. This game is built on 5 core mechanics: grabbing, shaking, throwing, boosting, and jumping. These core mechanics are consistent and reliable throughout the entire game. However, the stages aren't consistent at all. When I was a kid, I never actually realized this, but the entire game is just a series of game ideas that are sectioned off into stages. Usually I would bemoan this fact in other games, but it absolutely works here. The reason it works is because of quick iteration. Each stage lasts an average of 3 minutes, so all you need is a strong, consistent group of core mechanics, and then explore what you can do with them. We get to see radical changes in play, like platforming, riding a superhero, playing dodgeball with a cat, taking part in a sports fair, spinning the world upside down, shaking a clam pot, capturing ghosts, riding a missile, riding a cat, riding a bee. You get the drift. But because of this strong foundation, the developers have an opportunity to experiment, and it really brings the game to life, while also matching the tone of the game. And it works! Well, most of the time. I find it interesting that the levels that I find that I don't like playing are the longer ones. They usually take about 5 to 10 minutes, and that really goes back to the point I was making earlier about quick iteration really being a strength of this game. Not only was this Treasure's first game on the Nintendo system, but it was also the first 2D side-scroller on the Nintendo 64. This is important. In a world where every company is pushing for 3D because it's the future of video games, it takes a lot to utilize the better hardware to push the genre further, and I have a lot of respect for that. You can see this in games like Symphony of the Night and Final Fantasy Tactics. They age incredibly well and look, well, beautiful. Getting back to Mischief Makers, each stage has a hidden yellow gem that rewards exploration and inquisitiveness. They are used to power the credits like fuel. So if you want that true ending, you better shake and throw everything you can see. The only way I can describe throwing enemies in this game is that the feeling is really cathartic. It has weight and impact. Even if I pick up and throw the same enemy into the same wall over and over again, it never gets old. The same can be said about shaking. The animations of all the creatures you shake give me a cheeky little gleeful joy that is always rewarding. Now let's talk about these villains. The Beastector? Doctor? You've got Luna, Tauros, and Mirko, and they're incredible. They're fantastically voice acted, and each encounter with them is a different concept entirely. In a battle with Luna, you're riding a cat and throwing missiles. In one with Tauros, you're shooting him with a tank, and Mirko is just a straight up duel. There's only one soundtrack shared across these bosses, but it's absolutely kick-ass. I mean, just listen to it. And then there's Marina herself. There are many reasons why I like Marina. Oh! But the real reason is that she's confident, courageous, and compassionate. I love her design. I like the color scheme that they use, like her thick thighs and her green hair and all of her animations. Her voice acting is extremely punchy. I listened to all of the voice acting for her in the game over and over and over because you can hear how much passion and compassion that she's putting into every single line. Here's some examples of this, and it might just be me, but I feel like these line reads are absolutely dripping with passion.
Shake, shake! Yahoo! Stop! Oh no! That's better. Let's go!
And I can say the same thing about Luna.
Through fire, justice is served! How could I lose to you?
There are so many small things that make this game special. Just to list a few, the soundtrack is incredible. The story is absolutely bonkers. The Clancers are hilarious. They're great when they're happy, they're great when they're sad. And the game's just really funny. I find myself just laughing at its goofy plot and every single time the professor gets captured. It's just so ridiculous and goofy. I hope this video has given you a taste of why I think this game's so special, and hopefully you can see it too. The main reason I made this video was to share my love for this game and hopefully expose it to some people that have never heard of it or never seen it before. And now it's time for me to go and shake, shake, and thank you for watching.